ever stop to think about how a business actually gets you to trust them? It's not some kind of magic trick, right? It's a deliberate strategy built piece by piece. Today, we're going to deconstruct that exact process, using a real-world example to uncover the blueprint for building credibility. Okay, let's imagine this for a second. Your roof is leaking, big time. There's water dripping into your living room. You're looking at a huge, expensive repair. How in the world do you pick the right company when there are like a dozen options? Who can you really trust to do the job right? Well, this is where a company has to make its case. And today, we're going to treat one local roofer's About Us page like our own little case study. We're going to break it down to see if we can find a kind of blueprint, a repeatable formula that any business or, heck, even any person could use to build that credibility. All right, first things first, before a company can even start talking about quality or how great they are, they have to prove they're real, that they're actually a part of your community. This is like the very foundation of the trust ladder. It's all about accountability, showing you they're not some ghost company that's going to vanish overnight. So, the company we're putting under the microscope today is called Roofing Council Bluffs LFL. We're just using their About Us page as our source material here to see exactly how they build their argument, piece by piece, starting with this whole idea of being local. So look at how they prove they're local. They don't just say, hey, we're local. No way. They list 10 specific towns. And this isn't just a boring list, it's a visual anchor. It's basically telling a potential customer, look, we know your neighborhood, we know your weather, we're right here with you. It just creates this immediate sense of familiarity, you know? Okay, so they've established where they are. Now they need to tell us who they are. This is the next layer in building that trust, talking about their purpose, their values, which they frame as their mission and their vision. And this slide just lays it out perfectly, right? The two sides of their promise. On the left, you've got the mission. That's the how. It's practical. It's about what they do every single day. Then on the right, you have the vision. That's the why. It's bigger, more aspirational. It answers the question, what's the ultimate goal here? By splitting them up like this, they're showing they've got both their daily game plan and their long-term dreams figured out. Okay, so they've told us where they are and what they stand for. But let's be real, promises are cheap, right? Anyone can say they're the best. So the next step is absolutely crucial. They have to prove it. This is where we move from just words and ideals to something you can actually sink your teeth into. And they do this by organizing their proof into these three simple, super memorable pillars. And notice how each one is designed to tackle a specific fear a customer might have. Unmatched craftsmanship, that's for the fear of a botched job. Top-tier materials, that's to calm your fear of cheap stuff that's going to fall apart. And local accountability, that brings it all full circle, right back to that foundation, tackling the fear of a contractor who cashes your check and disappears. And check this out. This is how they add some serious weight to that second pillar, top-tier materials. They don't just say we use good stuff. They actually borrow credibility from huge, nationally known brands. See, becoming a certified or preferred contractor with big names like Gaff and Owens Corning, that's a massive third-party endorsement. It's basically them saying, hey, don't just take our word for it. These industry giants trust us too. That's powerful stuff. This brings us to the final and honestly the most powerful layer of their entire argument. They've made promises, they've offered some proof, but now they have to remove every last bit of risk for the customer. This is where they turn all those nice ideas into cold, hard, reassuring facts. Just look at the impact of this. $2 million. It's a gigantic number, and it's designed to do just one thing: completely vaporize your fear as a homeowner. This isn't just about having insurance. It's a huge statement. It tells you that if, God forbid, something catastrophic happens, you are totally 100% protected. It just transforms that anxiety into a feeling of security with one single powerful number. And this table here just wraps up all their guarantees in a neat little bow. It's a masterclass in making things clear. Each line is like an answer to a question you might have. Are you guys legit? Yep, here's our license. Is this going to be a bureaucratic nightmare? Nope, we pull all the permits. Is it safe? Absolutely, $2 million in insurance. Are you going to pressure me into a sale? Not a chance. The estimates are free and no obligation. Is my yard going to be a construction zone for a month? Nah, most jobs are done in a day or two. See what they're doing? They are systematically finding and neutralizing every single reason you might hesitate. So let's step back and pull this all together. What have we actually seen here? After digging through all this, we've uncovered a really clear four-step framework for, well, basically for manufacturing trust. And this is the core idea right here. Trust isn't built on one single big claim. It's a structure. You have to start with that solid foundation of just being a known local presence. Then you build up, layer by layer. You add your promises, you back them up with proof, and then you top it all off with concrete guarantees that seal the deal and make the customer feel safe. So here it is, the whole sequence in one simple formula. You establish your presence, you state your purpose, you prove your claims, and you guarantee the outcome. That's the blueprint. And what's cool is whether you're about to hire a contractor or you're trying to build your own brand, you can now see how all these pieces fit together to build a really compelling case. So the next time you have to make one of those big, high-stakes decisions, or maybe even when you're just trying to convince someone to trust you, think about this blueprint. Are all the layers there? This company laid out a super clear path to earn their customers' confidence. So the question for you is, what's on your blueprint for granting or earning trust?